What's going on?
Directions to the Indiana State Fair. Charity boot again. Coach says we gotta take shifts from now to the meet and greet.
Says we with the Pacers group.
Dude, we'll be lucky to get near the cheerleading section. They do this every year. The Pacers get a choice position between the Ferris wheel and the Gravitron. They stick us at the end of the corn maze.
It could be fun. You know, meet with some local fans, make some new ones. All my time in Shanghai, I never even left my apartment.
Fairgrounds are nowhere near Shanghai.
I know. No fried chocolate brownies in China.
Hey, who are you and what have you done with AI?
State Fair, right, cuz? Isn't this fun? This is so fun. Oh, I'm having the best time. All right, step right up and get your picture taken with the Mad Ants. The Mad Ants, right here. Okay. Don't worry, guys. Stay positive. We'll get some takers. We'll get some takers. Anybody want a picture with the Mad Ants? No? Okay. That's not cool. Okay, be quiet. I think I hear somebody in the corn stalks.
Oh, no, it's just a nest of rabbits, Coach. I've been fooled twice already.
Rabbits? Really? How'd they find their way out of the maze? Hey, you know what? You're starting to bum me out with that negative attitude, eh? I think you gotta look on the bright side. We're all having fun here.
Speaking of which, Coach, no one's come out of that maze for like 2 hours. Is there a point we should be like, worried?
Oh, people can get out of there. I mean, I was stuck in there one time for 24, 48 hours, but eventually I ate my way out of there. You can eat as much corn as you want. That's the cool thing. Hey, maybe that's something we could all do. We could all go in there as like a team building exercise, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Where's Howie and Paul?
I think they went up front to see how much longer until the fair was over.
Until the fair's over? Until the fair's over? Okay, now listen up! I'm sick and tired of people asking when the fair's gonna be over! We're all here to have fun! I'm having a great time! We should all be having a great time! Sorry. Shouldn't have yelled. Should not have yelled. Hey. Hey, hi. Here comes some people. All right, put your smiles on. Let's get some pictures. Go on, you're up.
Yes, sir.
Sorry I yelled at you.
Ooh, hey, they said that there was a deep-fried butter booth around here.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, guys, did you, want a picture?
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Awesome.
Here,
Here
let's
you go.
bring it in. Come on.
Yeah, like from over there would be really great.
Oh,
Hey,
just
this is
you
my
guys.
good side. Wait, no, this side. Okay. Hashtag corn maze. Hashtag grateful.
Got it.
Little help there, big fella? Wow. Nice throw. Crisp chest pass. Old school. I like that. I like that. Now, feels like you might have the skills for a little ball.
Nah, man, I'm good.
I know you're good. I can tell you have the look of a winner. What I'm asking you to do is prove it now and sink some shots. What do you say?
Look, man, I know your moves, okay? Ball rolls to my feet, you get my attention, you flatter me.
Okay. Look, I can tell you're a man of uncommon intelligence and savvy. So for you, my best deal. Check it out. $3, 4 balls.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, man. Get a prize. The girl you're trying.
All right.
One down for the lady.
Tough luck.
Not as easy as it looks.
Wow, you ain't playing.
Another.
Not bad. Back to me then.
And the gentleman gets on.
Aw, I thought you had that.
Ah, tough luck, boss.
I'm thinking less about the nerves and more about the elbow flare on your release.
Oh, okay, so you are a ringer then.
I mean, let's just say I'm a firm believer in the fundamentals.
All right, see, that sounds like something.
Whoa, where have you been, Smiler, huh? Playing carnival games?
So everyone was saying you needed some alone time after Coach cut through your paper-thin skin. Oh, there was.
All right, for your information, gentlemen, you were looking at a man who has just secured a date.
Oh, no! With a carny?
No.
Surprised you made it on time.
All right. I'll buy. Why wouldn't I be here?
I just figured your new PR guy had you doing a couple radio shows and TV shows this afternoon, talking yourself up.
Man, look who just rented a condo in your headspace. Hey, look, if you're not careful, I might just buy the whole building.
Okay, so you got jokes, huh? You ever get tired of hearing your whole hustle?
There it is. My first down payment.
So it's all you now, huh? Just you and baby Zuckerberg?
Zach's on all the Mad Ants, all right? This exposure's good for all of us. We all win.
Mad Ant's not going anywhere. He needs to just focus on looks from the league. Everything else is a waste of time.
So what, you think that he's gonna help you with the scouts, too?
I know he's going to help you. But you're in my way.
Hey, you heard about Vlad?
Nah, who's Vlad?
Hello, everyone, from beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm Blake Zuniga alongside Tim Schwartz and Brian Banafitemi. We've got Mad Ants basketball for you as they take on the Long Island Nets.
And of course, the player to watch out for in the Nets is Andre Hadji, better known as Vlad the Impaler, a monster of a big man that is a top talent in the G League.
And with Vlad on one side and AI and Marcus Young on the other, you can expect a lot of beautiful basketball being played.
Well, the Mad Ants will have their work cut out for them. We'll see if they're up for the task as this game unfolds here tonight.
And for Long Island, Vlad is the star of the team, but the top to bottom, they have talent.
Absolutely. They provide a tough matchup for teams because they can run so many sets from inside and out. Reminds me a little bit of how the Denver Nuggets are constructed.
Yeah, great point, Brian.
Now, here's Nelson. Here's Hadji. The kick out to Nelson. Hadji. Pass to Kelsey. 6 to shoot. Nelson outside. And again, it's the Nets missing. Well, it has been said time and time again, but it doesn't make it any less true. The state of Indiana loves their basketball.
And it's one reason why a team like the Mad Ants can have such a devoted fan base. It goes across the entire state.
It's in everyone's DNA. Now, here's Kelsey. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. And Andre Hadji with the stuff.
Recognizing the overcommitment, Kelsey knows it's his responsibility to get it to his open guys.
AI inside, working on Hadji. AI with the bucket.
Off to a nice start. They've hit all three from the field.
Kelsey with the ball. Pass to Hadji. AI with the block.
And really a big part of shot blocking is timing. AI showing that he's capable of rejecting shots.
And the Mad Ants looking to have AI spend a lot of time on Vlad here.
Well, these are the kind of games that the Mad Ants acquired AI exactly for. He gives them a great shot to at least slow down players like Vlad and gives his team a chance to win.
Now here's Kelsey. Pass to Hadji. Over AI. And again, it's Andre Hadji.
He's very efficient from the interior. The size Hadji possesses is really one of his main strengths.
AI with it. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Long Island trailing here. Kelsey, guarded by Young. Pass to Joseph. Hadji. Outside Kelsey. Now Joseph. Here's Hadji. Reverses. And the layup is good. It's all knotted up.
And Andre Hadji, better known as Vlad the Impaler, he is a handful of a center. Does everything you want from a big man, including scoring, defense, and setting up others on the offensive end.
Now here's AI. Nice D from Ted Nelson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. here's Kelsey. Haji down low, covered by AI. And again, it's Andre Haji.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons why they're up in this game.
Timeout called the Mad Ants. Without question, Andre Haji displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with force.
Second quarter of basketball, just over 1.5 minutes played so far. And with Vlad the Impaler, they really run the offense through him.
Every set this team has makes the best use of having an elite center in the middle. Haji is a great presence on the floor, and it's no surprise they built the offense around him.
You're not going to see him do that often. Usually when he rises up, that's a guaranteed slam. Oops.
Tatum, that's good.
Love the passion Tatum plays with. Outstanding at timing when to go after offensive rebounds.
Now Kelsey. Right wing. And the foul called on AI. That's his first foul. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Campbell. Nelson, he's covered by Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Haji, good.
Excellent situational awareness. Leaves someone open around Nelson, and he's going to exploit it.
And with Marcus Young, perhaps the first thing you notice about him is the killer instinct on the court.
Young is a player that is always looking to exploit a weakness or catch a defender slipping up. Sometimes he'll get too focused on that aspect of the game, but I'd say it's worked well for him so far.
The shot's good.
You have to admire AI's focus. When he's driving, all he thinks about is scoring.
Here's Kelsey. And here's Haji. Over AI. And too long on the shot.
Well, I'm not sure, Brian, if you caught the local news, but apparently some of the Mad Ant players played a pickup with some of the locals.
Yeah, a sight to see for sure. I believe it was AI and Tatum in a 2-on-2 game. You know, small things like that are what makes this team so endeared in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, they really love him out here.
Here's Haji. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and he'll go to the line.
Great concentration from the big man, Haji, refusing to let the defense stop him.
And the Nets making a change here. And the Mad Ants with possession. Pass to Randolph. Tatum. To the middle. Here's AI. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so we'll shoot 2 here.
And of course, AI, a name that might sound familiar to college hoops fans. Had a good run to a big game in the Sweet 16, but ultimately the team came up just short. Still, showed some great potential in what was his final year.
Pass to Haji. With the second effort, and the layup is up and in.
Using his height well on the glass, the Romanian superstar is fantastic at reaching out and snagging second chance opportunities.
Tatum, defended by Nelson. Here's AI. No good there. And a chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
And I'm not a genius like Brian, but if I'm them, I'd try for that.
Give yourself some credit, Tim. You're pretty smart. Pass to Haji. Got it. Good job in the low post. Young with it. And when Young is on the floor, you know he is going to be a threat to score.
Offense just comes so easy to Young, and he knows it. You hope he finds a way to expand his game, but when you need a bucket, he is such a good option to have.
Nice mechanics on the shot. AI is very gifted at cashing in from these in-between areas.
Poked away. Young with the steal. 1 second left. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Haji has been sensational.
He tore it up on the offensive glass in the first 2 quarters. Full effort the entire half, right?
Yeah, he was incredibly persistent, which is what it takes to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass eater, he is making big men everywhere proud.
AI no good. Nelson outside. Haji covered by AI.
So effective on the offensive end. All Haji needs is a couple to fall, and he's in the zone.
One thing you have to admire about Coach Keller is his commitment to having the team stay involved with the community.
When you create an atmosphere like that within a locker room in the surrounding city, you get more than the sum of your parts. Keller inspires his players by really making what they do larger than the result on the floor.
Now here's Kelsey, guarded by Young. Back to Kelsey. Pass to Joseph. Shoots over Randolph. And that one hits back iron. Here's Fort Wayne. Now AI. He's guarded by Kelsey. Up and in on the layup.
Nice low post offense.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Inside, Haji. And Andre Haji with the stuff.
A problem in the paint. Like how assertive Haji plays when he's this close to the bucket.
And the Mad Ants call time here.
He wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change some things up as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
Get in, son. Change that game plan as well.
Howie Carter, not the most impactful player on the floor for the Mad Ants, but
Oops, a mess.
a valuable member of the team.
Oh, absolutely. He can give them a spark on occasion, but he's one of those glue guys. Fantastic chemistry with the rest of the team, and he just knows his role.
Pass to Mack. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Long Island keeps possession. Odom with the ball. Down low. Mack good.
Another good pass. Impressive offensive execution from them.
Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance. 4 straight field goals made off an assist.
Defense.
Inside Grace. Oh, hammered, and he'll go to the line.
Grace getting... physical to draw the foul. He's not afraid to put his body on the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for Fort Wayne.
First free throw is good.
And the head coach of the Mad Ants, Gordon Keller. He's a back-to-the-basics kind of coach. He's going to drill the fundamentals and accountability to this Mad Ants roster from the first whistle to the final horn.
And Coach Keller not one to mince words with what he expects.
Absolutely not. If you're playing for Coach Keller, you're going to be sound fundamentally. And that structure he brings is crucial for players in the G League who are really looking to shore up their game.
Here's Price. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and he'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And we're well into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Grace to the paint. Here's AI. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
You know how things get around here in Fort Wayne. When the Mad Ants play, the entire city pays attention. The whole city shuts down as they love to support their local G League chapter.
Pass to Fresh. Here's Odom, defended by Madison. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Odom. Off target from downtown. And you can see the respect and commitment both the fans and the Mad Ants show each other.
Yeah, it's great to see, and a lot of G League teams might not get the recognition they deserve around the country, but look, that is not the case here in Indiana. The Mad Ants are the story around these parts. Very passionate fans who really love this team.
I mean, Indiana loves their basketball.
Yeah, no doubt.
And AI and the rest of the Mad Ants were involved in some community.
Shooting for Fort Wayne, Marcus Young. One shot.
They're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And that's the right thing to do with the lead. You want to keep going at defenders and find a way to get to the line.
Get those freebies.
Pass to Haji. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Took him no time at all on that one.
And you know Young embraces sticking it to the defense, especially when they're not up on it.
To the inside. And Andre Haji with the stuff.
He scored most of their points, but he can't score them all. He needs some help if they're coming back.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Now here is Nelson. He's guarded closely. Joseph. And that comes off the assist by Ted Nelson.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
And AI gets it to go.
Yeah, I think AI did some work in his inside game during his time in China. He's looking very confident in that area.
To the inside. And the Nets getting another bucket right there.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and he'll have that ball there waiting for him.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. That's short off the rim. The Nets trail. Outside Andrews. Misses the three. Here's Fort Wayne. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Back to AI. Rebound Long Island.
Well, this is why you need good defenders inside contested shots.
Yeah, making every shot a tough shot, even in tight.
To the paint. Tipped. Here's Haji. Oh! Wow!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish the rim.
And get 2 nice points.
The guys on the bench are going crazy at the side of that jam.
AI with the bucket.
I love the fearlessness. AI doesn't get nervous when the defense is on him inside.
Pass to Haji. There's the block. The Mad Ants leading. On the wing, Paul Tatum. AI. Joseph grabs the board. Now here's Kelsey. Here's Nelson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice job capitalizing inside. Gotta like seeing Nelson test his luck from there.
Pass to Calderon. Here's AI. And the dunk by AI.
Yeah, well, he's an undersized center, but he more than compensates for it with some serious leaping ability.
Now a timeout called by Long Island. And there it is, the final whistle. Mad Ants win. Fantastic performance from the team to defend the home court.
And there were standout stars tonight, sure, but I like the way that the whole team, everybody, aimed to slow up Vlad the Impaler. that was a key factor in Fort Wayne coming out with the win.
Offensively, the Mad Ants seem to be gelling, and you can just see when this team is on the same page. And they gave us a peek of how deadly they could be on offense tonight.
And that's about all she wrote, folks. For Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us on this presentation.
What's your name? You're working hard, right? Fighting.
Yeah, but I keep slamming into this wall.
Why?
I don't know. I'm doing everything right. I keep my head down. I grind.
But you're still hitting that wall. So climb over it. Find your way around it. Dig a tunnel underneath it. Do not think about this wall as a barrier. Think about it as a question.
What's the question?
When I was a little kid, I wanted a big sounding job, right? Just like everybody else. I wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, president.
Astronaut. I want to be an astronaut.
Right. But then I got older, and my heart told me something else. Words. I loved how they sounded when I gave them context, purpose. Oh, it all fell apart, and now I just troll around at carnivals looking for stuffed animals to complete my collection.
Right. See, that's impossible. Can't be done.
No, now I have a great career.
Yo, it's your boy AI coming at you from Fort Wayne, Indiana, all by way of China and the Shanghai Bears. What's up to my people out there? What's up, Wei? What's up, Zhang? What's up, Coach? Hey, Corey Harris, I'm coming for you, man. I'm not gonna take it easy on you, but man, we're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good. How was that?
Not magic, but it works. Yeah, it works really well actually. It's real. It's unfiltered, you know. It's gonna give me something to cut into the gameplay so that people get to know the real you.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm just trying too hard to promote me only. I want my game to speak first.
Your game is gonna speak for you, man. I'm gonna speak for you. There's nothing wrong with having a couple more voices in the room.
Look, hey, you gotta keep your wrist loose, all right? You're shooting too flat.
What do you care how I shoot? You're the one with the game coming up.
I know. Look, one more time, okay? Wrist loose, elbow in. Woo! That's right, baby. Feels good, right?
It does.
Hey, so, you think I screwed up with Nikki?
What, on that date?
Yeah. I think that she thinks I'm nervous around her now since she's a reporter.
Are you nervous?
Well, maybe, I guess, but, I mean, it's not like because she's a blogger. I mean, I think about her all the time, like, she's in my head, man, like, it's actually kind of nice. You know, it feels right. It feels like something's happening.
Wow. The unflappable AI finally getting butterflies.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, it's kind of like what Paul was saying about the city. Like, I've had girlfriends before, but not like this. Something about her just makes me feel like I'm home.
What? We open on the two of you driving through Amish country. You're going through one of those covered bridges. New idea. Yeah, you're wearing those hats and overalls. Yeah. You open.
most exciting part of the G League this year. The NBA is not far away. Oh, AI, yo, check out what your boy said about your boy.
Hey, man, get that phone out my face, Marcus. Come on.
No, come on, you're going to hear about it anyway. I mean, it's everywhere.
Look, Corey Harris ain't the only player in the NBA.
Well, look. It's not just Corey Harris saying it. All of the Lakers are retweeting it. The timing could not be better for me. I mean, I got scouts coming to the stands. They don't want to miss the show. This is like chess. So who's winning space in whose head now, huh?
Yo. I don't want to disrupt your flow there, Bobby Fischer, but the scout ain't here for you. He's here for the Flying Dragon.
Jeez, I would have heard about it.
He's the Heat's new board from China, and he is knocking on the door of a 48-inch vertical.
You talking about Han Shi?
Huh?
Yeah, the Flying Dragon.
Yeah.
He was on the Jets in China. I guarded him when he played us in Shanghai. He showed me up then, but I know his game now. I can take him.
No. The Dragon's winning.
See, this ain't about just showing off some scouts, Marcus. This is about winning the game, man.
Hey.
This dude, bro.
You gotta know. He may be here to scout the Dragon. Doesn't mean you can't take his attention. Take it.
Yeah, but I can't beat the Dragon by myself. Your game plays specifically to his weakness. So I'm gonna set you up all night, and we're gonna take that Dragon down together.
All right.
I can't even feel my Good evening and welcome everyone to another edition of Mad Ants Basketball. I'm Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. We have a road matchup tonight between Fort Wayne and Sioux Falls.
You know, the big story tonight, it's the matchup that goes back to China. AI will see a familiar face as the Skyforce recently gained the services of the Flying Dragon, formerly of the Chinese team, the Jets.
And you know the two of them will want to prove something out there tonight.
And we'll see if having seen the Flying Dragon in person before gives AI and the rest of the Mad Ants an advantage. But it should be a tough one either way.
It's the matchup that fans of both sides have been waiting for. And without a doubt, Sioux City has been energized since bringing the Flying Dragon onto the roster.
Boy, when you add a dynamic athlete like the Flying Dragon, it brings a spark to the whole team. We saw the same effect happen when the Mad Ants got AI.
Now here's Han. Not gonna go that time. Good work defensively by Paul Tatum. With the numbers he puts up, you figure it was just a matter of time. NBA teams have their eye on Young.
Not
Get
surprising
in,
at
son.
all, given his burst. The latest rumor is that the Lakers have the most interest in him right now, but a lot of teams could be looking at him late in the NBA season.
Lee with it, guarded by Young. Outside Han. Shoots over Randolph, drops it in from 11 feet.
We talk about this. Even when a defender is in his face, Han Chi's vertical allows him to get a clean look.
Randolph, guarded by Roberts. Pass to AI. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Well, the Mad Ants were excited to land AI, and he's continued to improve his game since he's arrived.
He has put in work and is razor sharp in his focus. Sometimes a player is a late bloomer, and that might be the case with AI, given how he's stepped.
Nice one.
Well, good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely
Defense.
is. You saw it there. Without his presence, that's an easy 2-point.
Now here's Han. And it's out of bounds. The Skyforce able to retain possession here.
Don't call for ball all the time.
And so here is Sioux Falls, trailing by 2. Back to Evans. And Doug Evans with the slam.
Terrific feed. This is what Lee can do for you. He has great vision, and he's always thinking out there. Well, you might have seen that article about Marcus Young recently. He's certainly a star in the field.
Yeah, when you have the offensive offensive talent that Young does and are as driven and ambitious as he is, you're destined for great things. Definitely a name to watch in the G League.
Yeah, one to follow, definitely.
Puts it up off the inbound, and it comes off the front of the rim. Outside Hahn. Lee. And that misses. That would have put them up. Pass to Young. And here's Calderon. Here's AI. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight. The way that AI has come out firing in his first few goes with the Mad Ants, there is talk that he could garner NBA attention.
Exactly, Blake. If he keeps performing like he has and doesn't slip up, you have to think NBA teams simply can't ignore him. But, you know, the one thing is he can't get caught up in that. Just needs to go out and keep improving his game.
Take it day by day. Now here's Benjamin. Pass to Jennings. 5 on the clock. Down low. A nice shot by Benjamin.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Here's Fort Wayne. Well, a handful of players on this Mad Ants roster could make the jump to the NBA someday. Howie Carter, not one of them.
Yeah, you know, Carter's a very talented player, but he doesn't have a standout skill that will land him on an NBA roster. He knows it, but just appreciates the process of trying to improve his game.
Now here's Keith. And Carter pulls it down. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Grace with the bucket.
Not sure how Grace was able to power through that contact, showing the kind of strength he'll need at the next level.
Pass to Jennings. Now here is Evans. And Doug Evans with the slam.
A nice strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Yeah, a tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
The one thing with Coach Keller is that he wants to impact more than just basketball knowledge to his players.
Absolutely. Coach Keller is of that vein where he wants his players to experience life outside of basketball, to be well-rounded men in the community. I know it's something that the players get behind and appreciate from him.
Yeah, he's just such a great coach on and off the court.
Now here's Jennings. And Calderon is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Keith with it. To the wing, right side. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Pass to Jennings. Evans, covered by AI. He tries for 3. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Mad Ants on top. They're up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Mad Ants so far?
It's been a solid first half for them offensively, really in tune with each other.
Yeah, good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard for sure.
Now here's Keith. To the paint. And Doug Evans with the slam.
This is what you want your center to do. Attack the defense right at the rim. Evans trying to impose his will on this game. You know, road life in the G League, it can be rough. Getting wins as an away team, it's no easy task. This travel isn't as easy as it is in the NBA. A lot can go wrong on the road, and it feels like everything is stacked against you at times.
Now here's Keith. With the shot! Out of bounds, it'll be Mad Ants ball. To the inside. AI can't hit that one. And the Skyforce going the other way now. Now here's Splitter. D right on him. KJ Day on the wing. Starks with it. Picked up by Tatum. Benjamin's shot is off.
Just talking with AI and the rest of the team, you get the sense that AI has really started to find himself on, and maybe more importantly, off the court. Having a few games under his belt with his team has put him at ease, and the results are visible on the floor. He's so good from that range.
And Tim, when you tack on the height advantage he had there, it's just almost unfair.
He's almost looking over him.
Outside Roberts. Benjamin evens things up with that basket. His second of 4, shooting 50%.
And for the Fort Wayne coaching staff, this is what they hope for with AI.
Sometimes for a guy like AI who has bounced around, it's just really about finding the right environment. It seems he is starting to come to peace with himself, with this group, and you can see it in his play and in his attitude, really. That can be huge for someone who has
Boss on defending. The shot by Boss, no good. And Flying Dragon coming over from China, just like AI on the Mad Ants did.
The two, they had faced off against each other, had some great battles from what I've heard. And maybe that will carry over to this side of the Pacific.
Well, we can only hope. Harder, good, and the assist goes to AI.
solid read from AI. When someone's open, he's good at getting it to them.
Shot from 12. Second chance shot. Gets another look, and there's a bucket as Evans finishes it off.
Crush the boards with a purpose there. Some hard-earned second chance points for him.
AI high post.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Tricky with the pump fake. Once AI gets you in the air, the rest is simple for him.
And so he hits both. Now Keith. Pass to Evans. 1 second left. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. Mad Ants ahead, up by 2.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going.
Make some noise and show just how much of a fan your section is. Your section could have a chance to win some cool prizes, coupons, or even
Welcome back. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at AI in this game, he's been everywhere.
What a first half it was for him. Surpassing his average point totals up to this stage.
Yeah, he's on pace for a Tim Swartz game, which is a monster game. You know, it's too bad he can't score like this every night.
Well, you can't help but notice the raw athleticism of Flying Dragon. Can just blow by anybody.
Yeah, Flying Dragon's leaping ability is what jumps out at you, but he's very shifty and flexible, and he has a fantastic first step. One of the best athletes in all the G League.
It's such a treat to watch.
Now here's Han. He's covered by Tatum. Bucket is good.
You have to appreciate the attack mindset of Han Chi. Not worried about who's in front of him, just going about his business.
Pass to Randolph. AI. Shot from 12. And he tries off glass, but it's no good. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now here's Lee. Outside Han. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Troy Lee.
Well, you figured out it was just a matter of time before the Flying Dragon came over to the States. The numbers and performances he put up in China were absurd. And you just know that a team was going to take a closer look at what he could do over here on this side of the pond.
Outside Han. Over Tatum. That one off the back iron and out. And here are the Mad Ants. Pass to AI. To the paint. Magic called their own on the wing. And here's Randolph, covered by Ducey. AI with the bucket.
And as you said, it was the Heat and Skyforce that made the move to get Flying Dragon.
And the Heat were very interested in him, and they feel he has a lot to contribute to their team. It might take some time for him to adjust, but that's why they sent him to Sioux Falls first to ease that transition. They see big things ahead for the Flying Dragon.
To the middle. Here's Young. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's their third straight make off an assist, and it's always good when you can score points by getting teammates involved.
Yeah, that's just great ball movement.
Time called here. The Skyforce decide to talk it over.
He wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change some things up as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Hahn up top. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line. It's going to go on Connor Trigg.
You don't get the name Flying Dragon by staying on the ground. He is sporting a 48-inch vertical. You combine that leaping ability with his height, and he might be one of the most feared aerial artists in short time.
He's perfect from the line this time. And as you said with Flying Dragon, 48-inch verticals are something you just don't see.
No, you really don't see that too much. And to be able to get up like that with the frame that he has, there is nobody who can leap like that on this level or the next level. Look, the NBA is just waiting for the rest of his game to catch up, and he's going to be entertaining for years to come.
No doubt. The Skyforce again can't hit. The Mad Ants leading. Pass to Madison. AI outside. Now Trigg. He's guarded by Benjamin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
You can tell AI learned a lot from his experience in China. It's clear he's far from done yet. He wants to keep growing.
And he's good on the second. And so here is Sioux Falls. It's a 5-point game. Inside. A nice shot by Benjamin.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and he'll have that ball there waiting for him.
AI outside. Kept alive. Back to Carter. Kicks it to AI. 5 on the clock. Daniels. He's covered by Splitter. AI. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, I think AI did some work on his inside game during his time in China. He's looking very confident in that area.
Pass to Jennings. Benjamin. AI with the block. And he recovers it. And the dunk by David Benjamin. Here's Carter. And here's Trigg. Daniels right side. AI high post. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Oh, the stupendous finish in traffic.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Now here's Jennings. Guarded closely. Here's Splitter. Rebounded by Trigg.
The D should thank him for that miss.
To the inside. Here's AI. Skyforce with the rebound. And here is Splitter. Over Daniels. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mad Ants on top. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Carter. Pass to Grace. Down low. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, not a lot of resistance inside, and they're taking advantage.
That aspect of this game, the play in the paint, has gone almost entirely their way.
Absolutely.
Now here is Evans, defended by Carter. Back to Evans. To the inside. Keith with it. Takes the three. Grace pulls it in.
Well, outstanding perimeter defense there. That one well contested.
Yeah, he puts a lot of dedication into his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And he's got to do that in this league with these type of shooters. Timely passing, leading to assists, that's been the recipe.
Everybody's been in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
A nice shot by Evans.
I was never that good at math, but this math is simple. Get the ball to guys where they have the best chance of converting. And for Evans, that's got to be the painted area.
Timeout called, the Mad Ants. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Young. Yes, and it's AI picking up the assist.
A strong finish when there's no way to avoid contact. Young likes those situations to be able to get the better of an opponent who's all over him.
Lee outside. High arcing shot. Roberts can't hit.
Well, they call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim. Well, you might remember Paul Tatum had some time in the NBA, and there's a chance he can make it back. A few good performances at the end of the season, and there's a chance he gets called back up to the NBA. They built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
No question about it. He's hit everything he's looked at.
And just give him any bit of space, and it's automatic tonight.
Inside. Up and in on the layup. And with Tatum, as you said, it would most likely be his last chance on making an NBA roster.
And even though he isn't the youngest player on the roster, he still has the makeup to help an NBA team for a stretch run. If he gets hot, he could end up the 12th man on a team looking for a veteran presence, but he has to show that he can still be an impact player by putting up numbers in games like this one.
To the middle. Lee, guarded by Young. Randolph with the steal. To the right side. Back to Young. Inside. Here's AI. It's good.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
I don't know if I'd call it 100% secure, but at least 98%.
I'll go 99.2.
Back to Lee. Pass to Ducey. And that time also missed a shot. And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes down.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They've played terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
Here's Hahn. Finds the bottom of the bucket from about 13 feet out.
Right now, this is the shooting range where Hanchi feels most comfortable. Has DeRozan-like feel from there.
AI inside, covered by Evans. And again, AI.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
They are just not backing off, and they're going to close this one out in style. What a surge.
Give them credit just to finish this one off.
And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, just a fun-loving guy with a great sense of humor. Ducey is a great locker room presence.
At the line for your Skyforce, Bernie Ducey. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And that's the buzzer. Mad Ants win. They showed a lot of grit to come in here and walk out with a road win.
And coming out of Sioux Falls with a road win, it is no easy task. The Sky First were added to the scene. The Mad Ants were able to stay in control and put things away.
And I think the Mad Ants are the type of team to elevate their own level of play in order to spoil the debut of someone like Flying Dragon. Fantastic effort from them.
And some momentum being built for the Mad Ants with this win. That'll be it for us here in South Dakota. For Tim, Brian, and everyone here, I'm Blake Studio. Say thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Yo, AI.
So, you're the big scout that everyone's been talking about. So what you think, man? Am I finally walking?
Look, Coach Keller might seem like he has a bag of marbles in his head, but the dude knows the game.
That doesn't really answer my question, but
I'm here, aren't I?
something's still missing.
Marcus Young. Kid can play. A lot of eyes on him, too.
What's with you, man? I try to ask you a direct question, and all I get is this runaround. Like, I don't understand.
There you go. Like the world owes you a spot in the NBA.
All I do is work. That's all I do. And I just can't get a break. That's my problem.
You said it yourself. Something is missing. Don't ask me for answers you already have.
Well, so Marcus has this all figured out, and I don't?
Maybe. Look, I like Marcus' game. I've never talked to him. I don't know him. I do know you. People are starting to talk about you. You're making people's boards. Scouts are looking at you. But there are a lot of other guys out there, too. And what separates you? Why should I pick you over Marcus?
Whoa.
What are we doing right now?
This is my teammate, Howie.
I know who he is. His form is impeccable. It's a work of art. The rest of his game is basically rec league, but his form should be taught in books.
You're Big Toonie, right?
I am.
Why isn't my hand going through you like it does with other ghosts?
Nope. Not doing. Nope.
The point is, AI, you're close. Just one missing piece.
He did say that thing about my jumper, right? I didn't just dream that?
Who raised you? That's what I want to know.
Oh, because I'm gonna make my future children so sick of that story, it's gonna be great!
Listen, I want you to start selling where Marcus Young is going to be 6 months from now. Then they're going to turn around real quick. Exactly. See, you and I are going to do great things. Watch. So I'm in Texas right now. We have one more game against the Vipers, but then after that, I want you to... I'll call you back tomorrow. I didn't hear you.
It's your room, too. You can take a call.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to take it in the hallway because everybody would hear me asking, like, Marcus, what's going on, you know? You know how it is.
Yeah, man, I get it. Yeah.
Only a matter of time.
All right, well, you know what? I'll let you get back to it. And I'm sure you got a few more phone calls to make.
No, I got too much energy. I'm about to go get a run in. You can take the room. Plus, you look real tired anyway.
You know, there's more to this game than taking the last shot and getting your numbers. Corey Harris taught me that.
Oh, really? Tell me more. Were you guys on the beach, with the stars?
Man, go take your walk, man.
I met plenty of people like you, AI.
You know nothing about me, bro.
You think you're special. You think the whole world revolves around your thoughts, your feelings. I got a family, and people counting on me just like you. There's 491 players in the NBA. Most of them, like Corey Harris, like blue blood, so everything was just handed to him. The rest of us, we down here, we gotta fight for the few spots that they didn't take.
Keep talking, man. I dare you. Keep talking.
Hey! Knock it off! Knock it off, guys!
You lay one hand on him, and you're benched against the Vipers, okay? You too, Marcus. I'm serious. I don't know what started this, and I don't care. It ends right here, right now. You got me? Do you got me?
Yes, Coach.
Oh, it smells like exhaustion and sadness in here. You're lucky I got some medication.
Why does this look like something I need an alibi for?
I know how you get hard on yourself, okay? So I was walking back from the pharmacy, anti-snore strips.
Nah, man. I'm gonna stay in and get some rest tonight. I'm sorry. Hey, but you go, okay? Hey, come on, man. Quiet down.
I'm not any less.
All right, everybody, listen up, listen up. Unfortunately, the fire department says the cause of this fire is most likely fireworks. Some kind of projectile. Yow! Pow! Okay, and I'm especially bummed because I lost all my cool clothes in the fire. Now the fire department has to go inside the building and make sure it's all safe for us before we return. And guess what? That's time we don't have. That might take all night. Howie.
Huh? Well, yeah. Yeah?
Did you go to the drugstore?
No.
Get those breathing strips like I told you?
No. I mean, yeah, yes. Breathe and clear, sir.
All right, good hustle.
Thanks, Coach.
The rest of you guys are gonna hustle onto the bus. And I'm gonna try to figure out who started this fire! What kind of basketball team burns down their own hotel? On the
I feel like I'm walking through an old shoe.
Boy, you need to show some respect. This place is basketball. And we are nothing without the old shoes that came before us.
We should focus on some new shoes.
Looks like somebody hit copy and paste 12 times on a computer.
We gotta step it up, y'all. We got 10 points to come back from. Look alive and start passing more.
You mean start passing to you?
I mean start turning the game up.
Oh, so if I give the ball to Howie every time, you'll be
How
okay
we
with
not
that?
gonna make no shot?
Hey, don't drag me
You
into
only
this.
worried about this because you know that scout's in the stands again.
Hey, Marcus has the matchup in this game. You know he has a point. You've seen it. We're gonna win this. It has to go through him. Come on, bro.
Welcome back, everyone, to Memphis. First half is in the books between the Hustle and the Mad Ants.
And Memphis was able to jump out to an early lead, but you can't count out the very tough Mad Ants team.
I know this team has too much pride to not come out swinging and try and even things up early on here.
Second half just getting going, so let's move on to the action. Well, you watch Marcus Young play, and he just has an incredible burst with the ball.
And he has what I like to call sneaky speed. He'll surprise you or catch you off guard just when you think you know what he's up to and just go right by you.
Now here's AI. Here's the floater. Good D by Royal Knight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone. I have no doubt that Marcus Young will eventually get the call up. He's continued his development quite nicely here in the G League. Very talented guard.
Now here's Edwards. 7 points in the game. Pass to Knight. 6 on the shot clock. Over Calderon. Knight no good. And the Mad Ants with possession. 11-point game. Young shot's good.
And you know Young embraces sticking it to the defense, especially when they're not up on it.
And with the Memphis Hustle, not a lot of characters on the team.
It is hard to point out a player that can separate themselves from the rest of the team. They have a hard time marketing them, but they are effective where it counts on the floor.
Well, maybe you should get out there, Tim.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Basket good.
Solid read from AI. When someone's open, he's good at getting it to them.
Pass to Hawkins. Wade. To the middle. Knight. That one falls, coming off Cameron Wade's feed. No doubt about it, the Memphis Hustle can play a very intimidating game of basketball.
The team comes at you in a measured and unrelenting way. It's like you're going up against a hive mind of players and coaches, and that's a daunting task.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the official signals a jump ball there. And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. Knight with the steal. Now here's Hawkins. He's covered by Tatum. Pass to Knight. It's rebounded by Young. And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. They trail by 11.
When you play like AI has since arriving to the Mad Ants, you're bound to get some attention. And there are some NBA whispers that have started to surface. You figured it was just a matter of time with the way that he's been producing for this team.
Memphis calls timeout. And with AI and the NBA rumors, reportedly several teams have taken a look at him.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors, and there always are going to be rumors, but AI has shown that he has the talent to play at any level, and now it's just a matter of proving that his head's in the space where it needs to be. That's not going to be easy, but he's done everything to pass the eye test on talent when he's on the court.
Yeah, certainly. To the middle. Pass to Stevenson. Walker, just 5 on the clock. From way back. They grab their own miss. Stevenson with it. Drills it from outside.
The Hustle, they have a very versatile group of players. Many can sub in for each other during rotations, and it makes matching up easy.
Madison, guarded by Conley. Outside, Carter. Inside, here's AI, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, I think AI did some work in his inside game during his time in China. He's looking very confident in that area.
Now Walker. Pass to Stevenson. To the paint, stolen by Carter. And although Carter not a star of the team by any means, he knows what the team wants from him.
Carter knows he is at his best when he's giving them that spark when they need it. He won't let it get to his head and shoot the team out of a game. Just a very solid role player. So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half.
The hustle with the lead. Pass to Ellis. Here's Beal. He's guarded by Grace. Up top, Conley. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Stevenson, no good.
What appeared to be an easy 2 points just went straight out the window.
And Daniels gets it to go.
Their crisp passing has opened things up offensively.
Yeah, it makes the game easy. 10 straight points off of an assist. That's impressive.
Here's Conley over Madison. Conley's shot's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way. He's got all types of tricks up his sleeve.
And we've reached the end of the third. The hustle on top. They lead by 8. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action. Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And what a matchup it is between the hustle and Mad Ants. 2 teams with 2 very different approaches.
Well, you think of all the characters on the Mad Ants, and it's the polar opposite of the straight-laced hustle. It's a clash of ideology on the floor. Well, tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what's happening here.
You nailed it. And as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now here's Daniels. AI with the buckets.
And you cannot overcommit if you're the defense, because Daniels will burn you often when this happens.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Conley with it, covered by Boss, to the inside, and Zach. Beal with the slam. Well, one thing that you can say about the hustle is that they play incredibly well as a unit.
This group is the very definition of what it means to be a team. I mean, if you look up team in a dictionary, this team will probably pop up. They play with a single purpose, no antics or egos, and they always show up to win.
Now here is Evans. Down low. Here's Dedman. Rebounded by Trigg. Daniels left side. Here's AI. And he drops in the layup off glass.
What a plus it is to get those looks in the paint.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
Well, one thing you know with the hustle is that they're going to be focused all game, Brian.
At times, the group has been called emotionless, but I think that's unfair. The hustle never get in their own heads, no matter if they have a big lead or a big deficit.
And I like that even keel attitude.
Both teams will make... So it's the hustle now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Stevenson, guarded by Young. Pass to Hawkins. To the paint. Here's Stevenson. He can't get that one to fall. Marcus Young with some nice D. Back to AI. A good finish at the rack off the slick speed.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the big story for the Mad Ants is the motel fire they were a part of recently. Happened in their last road trip. I know something like that can really get in the head of a team.
Now here's Flash. And then George Stevenson with the dunk.
And passes like this demonstrate selflessness. Flash wants to win, and it shows.
Pass to Tatum. Calderon. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
And with the hustle, you know you're going to get a lot of consistency. They just don't have off nights.
And here is Knight. He's covered by Randolph. Goes back up. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
And that's all heart from Knight. You just got to love whenever he hits the offensive boards like this.
Fort Wayne trailing. AI outside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and it'll go to the line.
And it helps whenever AI is being assertive. When he does this, he draws defensive attention.
And now that we've seen a good amount of AI, how do you think his growth has been?
Well, AI has always had skill, but he's shown some great maturity since arriving to the Mad Ants. He looks like someone who is completely focused on improving his basketball career, wouldn't you say?
Now, here's Edwards. Back to Wade. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Teddy Edwards.
This is a serious, game-clinching run they're on.
They are just not backing off, and they're going to close this one out in style. What a surge.
Give them credit just to finish this one off.
Here's AI. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Nice mechanics on the shot. AI is very gifted at cashing in from these in-between areas.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Flash. That three off the mark. Pass to Young. Now AI. That's in. Coming off an assist from Marcus Young.
It's easy to see why the coaching staff goes to AI there. He's got the clutch gene written all over him.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a... And that's the horn. Memphis Hustle come away with the win over the Fort Wayne Mad Ants.
Yeah, you know, with the way the Mad Ants fell back in the first half, you knew that it was going to be a tough road for them to get a win. Credit to Memphis to sticking to their game plan and not trying anything fancy.
That's what the hustle is all about, and that's what works for them. The advantage they built, just too much for Fort Wayne to overcome.
And that's going to be all for us, folks. I'm Blake Suniga, signing off. Good night, everyone.
Nikki, hey.
Hi, yeah, first of all, it's totally fine. We can fix this. I only wanted people to know about the fire so that we could see that you guys had a rest night. You know, I thought it'd be a good story before or after a game, whether you won or lost. Mad Ants rise from the fire to play again.
Slow down. What are you talking about?
After I published the story, websites started posting links to the video. You should have told me what really happened. I never would have written anything. I didn't know there was a video.
What?
Come on.
I've got this. I know how to handle this.
Wait for me outside, okay? Wait for me outside.
All right.
Don't say anything. Just watch this.
I'll let one end, you let the other.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I think it's time we,
Yeah, we're inside.
Okay, let's just say that it's...
What the hell?
You posted this? Coach, I just think I should know who recorded this, if it's going to be treated like evidence.
What did I tell you when I took you on? I talked about discipline and control and respect. You don't have any discipline or control. You just lost my respect. You know what else? You lost your place on this team.
It's over. Everything I've worked was just wasted, gone.
You can get past this. Spin it, apologize.
Look, I'm not some star player who just sent out a few bad tweets, Nikki. I'm nobody. When you're nobody, they have no reason. They need one reason just to say no, and I served it up. I served it right up to them.
Start over.
I'm sick of time. I'm so sick of starting over. You said you wouldn't have written anything.
What are you talking about?
The video. You said if you knew about the video, you wouldn't have written anything. Is that true? Marcus the Legend? Hmm? Didn't even bother to change your username, did you?
You look upset.
You a snake.
Hey, man, I told you I would do everything I have to do to climb over you. And you just happen to be careless enough to turn your back on me. You'd be lying if you said to yourself that you wouldn't do the same thing. So?
What's your name? What's your name?
Hey, excuse me, hey. Your busboy, Zach Coleman, is he here?
No.
Well, when's he gonna be back? I need to talk to him.
I don't know. He's off in the NBA, living his dream, managing.
Excited to be here with the Spurs. I mean, I'm also excited to experience the great town of San Antonio.
Read this.
What is it?
An article. I'm about to publish it on the tape that Zach and Marcus made.
Wait. The audio? You were able to...
I made a couple calls. I had an engineer friend of mine prove that your rant was edited.
Hello?
Have trouble finding me?
Kinda hard to miss, bruh.
Now, you showed me something back in Shanghai when you helped me up from that dump. I knew the idea of a bigger picture was in you. I'm sure things got awkward in LA, but I've been checking your season here and there. You look good. Focused. On point. And then...
Didn't work out the way I hoped.
That's all. I knew something was off. I called Tatum. He told me what happened, about how you set him up against a dragon, how you sacrificed in front of the scouts, how you let Marcus shine in Hoosier Gym. So I checked the tape.
And what'd you think?
We got one game left this season. It's for the 8th spot in the playoffs.
Against the Spurs. And Marcus Young.
Hmm? He's blowing up. Every game putting up bigger numbers. If he's playing at 100, he's gonna roll us. And our guy who usually goes...
What's your name?
Don't overextend.
Mm-hmm. Marcus will make the mistakes if you let him float.
AI.
Oh, Stackhouse, hey.
It's good to see you.
You too.
No, man, I already told you. Marcus Young does not appear for anything less than $50,000. Well, does he get to keep the ride? Okay. Yeah, he'll think about it.
You get better reception outside.
Nah, it's okay. I did what I needed to do. Everything good?
Yeah. It's great, man.
That's great. Awesome. Wow. Look at you. I'm
I thought
proud of
Marcus was an easier coat to run.
Oh,
So you
hold on.
threw me away the second you realized I had other plans than being a mercenary, take no prisoners killer.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about here.
Only you could have helped Marcus edit that audio.
Look, man, I want you both to succeed, but sometimes you gotta make a choice.
Welcome to the season finale of NBA2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. In this very special episode, we're breaking down each mode of the game and giving you a glimpse into what you might be missing. Because in NBA 2K, there's always more to keep you busy this summer.
Plus,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs. 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And we've reached the end of what was a terrific regular season. Kenny, what were some of your favorite moments?
Man, let me think about this. A few teams surprised me about being in the playoff hunt. Yeah. That was good. And a couple of rookies.
Good luck, Marcus.
Please. Enjoy your first and last game in the league, chump.
Interconference battle tonight, Brett. You could feel the change in atmosphere when you go up against a rival.
No doubt about it.
It's
and
amazing.
Not only the teams are feeling it, but there's something to the fan bases who understand, these guys. I don't care if we win another game, but we want to win this game
one,
tonight.
Yeah. That's important. And the starting group for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. Young taking his time here. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge's shot is good.
This is a super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He knows they've struggled against this team this year, 0-2 so far this season. He said they are so hard to defend. They have so many guys who can flat out score. In transition and half court, doesn't matter. So individually and collectively, we have to embrace the challenge and force them into an off night. We'll see if they can make all that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David. So knowing the kind of offensive team they're up against, they're coming in with the attitude they cannot let them get comfortable early.
Yeah, that's right. On D, they've got to come out with full intensity. Start slow, and they might find themselves with a big hole to dig out of.
Seems like Coach has made that crystal clear for them tonight. He's got them ready to play some very aggressive defense in this one.
Here's ball after Pau Gasol's bucket. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
Here's Young, coming off 31 points last game. To the middle, and finished off by Gasol.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
Well, he's obviously got the length there to make those kind of plays. Just needs to attack more, and that time he did.
So it's the Spurs now. Young with the ball. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Now, he's not going to impress you with the overall athleticism, but respect the length of Pau Gasol. A powerful finish there.
Here's Ingram following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Harris. Here's AI. The basket good off the assist from Corey Harris. AI's got 6. And with AI teaming up with Harris, it's actually a throwback to their collegiate days together.
And you know, Harris was the star of that team, but AI, he carried his own weight, no doubt about it, in that deep tournament run. I know they've had some issues in the past, but they must have put things behind them to team up together now here in the NBA.
Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Julius Randle. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Harris. And Thomas subbed in for Ball. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Spurs leading by 4. Now Murray. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Shoots over Kuzma. Aldridge. Gay trying to break free. Aldridge's shot is good.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
Caldwell Pope outside. AI kicks to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to AI. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And Corey Harris, a star player in college, a very polished product when he came into the NBA. And he just looks like a natural leader out there on the floor.
Harris quickly becoming, Greg, one of the bigger names and stars in the NBA. I know this team was simply ecstatic to land him on draft day, and he's a big part of their future. Yep, that one goes in there.
Once AI gets the ball in that painted area, he's just got a number of ways that he can go to cause damage.
Murray against Thomas. Murray kicks to Aldridge. This is his first free throw of the game.
And with a percentage of 82.
Team swap here for the Lakers. A different look now for San Antonio. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Harris is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's AI in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. On the wing, Green. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Green. And that's 10 points for Pau Gasol.
Gasol is an accomplished scorer on the inside. Tall, long, crafty, smart. Should I go on?
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star. Nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Ginobili up top, guarded by Harris. Ginobili outside. The fader. It's Gasol missing. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Randall finds Harris. Here's AI. And Ginobili pulls it down. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for San Antonio. 6-point lead. Dishes to Gasol. Young against Ball. High arcing shot, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
You know, effective from the interior. Young is someone who looks to score once he's that close.
To the middle. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. On defense, San Antonio. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. To the paint. 4 on the clock. And that one's good. AI's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, AI is just torching the defense. You can't take away everything from a great player, but you got to take away something.
Here's the teardrop. No good that time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate
right.
as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it. He's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, D.A. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
It took a lot of energy just trying to even things up. We'll see if they have enough left in the tank to finish the job.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And they let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now with a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Randall. Bang comes in for Ingram. Aldwell Pope, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Lonzo Ball. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Anderson. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Danny Green. It's Mills in for Young. And they pick up 2. AI's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. And if AI is familiar to anyone, you might remember him from his college days. Played a big role in a college tournament run not too long ago.
And unfortunately for AI, he got a little ahead of himself and declared after that run. And NBA scouts felt he just wasn't ready and ended up going undrafted. This seems like he needed more time to mature, but I'm guessing he wished he stayed another year in college.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Dang. Pass to Kuzma. Aldwell Pope kicks to AI. Uses the glass to finish the layup. AI's got 8 points here in this quarter. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players, but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Aldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. Now the pass to Deng. Outside for Thomas. No good on the 3. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Laverne. And Laverne throws it down.
The coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Rudy Gay not really the focal point of an offense at this stage of his career, and really benefited for coming in off the bench and playing minutes against a lot of teams' secondary units who didn't have guys capable of guarding him. So he got a lot more efficient, became a bench scorer that was very valuable for a Spurs team that sometimes struggled offensively.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
No good off the back of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th
consecutive make in the paint.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ginobili. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Great open look there. And now a 4-point Laker lead.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. With 1 on the clock, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
And the defender getting caught in between there isn't so good.
Some changes here for the Lakers. AI is checked in for Zubac. Ingram comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Harris subbed in for Hart. Then for the Spurs, Laverne, he's checked in for Anderson. And Murray subbed in for Manu Ginobili. And Antonio calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
All right, everybody, hold up. Hey, keep it tight. Don't let up on Marcus. You got that?
Yeah, we clear. I understand.
All right, man. Now, look, let's bring this W home. Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Ready? Great.
Now Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them that they're getting it done in the paint. He said, they can't guard us inside, guys. Keep taking it to them. Pound it down low. See if they keep it up, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, the awareness of Young, just demonstrating that he's capable of spotting the open man.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Harris is out there with ball, and it's AI in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Young against Ball. And Young kicks to Gay. Over Ingram. A shot off that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Pass to Harris. Tries it from 19. Again, Los Angeles.
It's just so polished on offense. Harris has what it takes to score from the mid-range. You got to step up on it.
Young pass to Gasol. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
It's a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators, combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not out of stock.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Green comes in for Murray. Young against Ball. Young dishes to Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Lakers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, will go down as their 48th win.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
For one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Deflects the pass and stolen by Aldridge. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Gasol on the high post. Green left side. The three-pointer no good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season.
Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Thanks for the show.
Hey, man, so what you think? Am I running yet?
Hey, this is just the beginning, kid. But you're going to have a lot of teams to choose from this summer. I'll make sure of it. Welcome to the NBA.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Tremendous game tonight. I'm sure there'll be many more to come. Let's start with your name first. AI. What does that stand for?
My name?
What it do, youngin'?
Hey.
Appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
So when you moving to a new spot?
Oh, you know, a couple weeks back.
I still remember my first check, man. Had the little Knicks logo in the top corner. Next day, I went out and bought me a watch all frosty. 3 weeks later, on the road in Miami, hit up Mansion Post game. And next morning, woke up. $200 gone.
You heard of insurance?
I thought I was gonna play forever. Like Vince Carter, collecting a paycheck and a pinch. Last thing I remember was James Harden's grin. He hit me with that half cross, half carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back, and next thing I see, black. Woke up in Cedars. Mama was sitting there with a Bible on her lap while the doctor told her that I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means my heart muscles were so swollen, blood couldn't pass through no more. The doctor told me I could never play ball again. It's the worst day of my life. The hoop was my identity, man. It was my reason. After that, man, I just spun out, you know. He tried to reach out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect. Oh, tried to make me feel better, but I wasn't hearing them. Wasn't long before I was back in my mama's crib in Jersey. Same single bed, flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese melts. Humbling. It comes for us all.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.
You can do it.
Huh? I can do what? I just know I'm... No, what did I do? No. Get me out of here. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Get the...
welcome.
I'm drowning out here, man. I'm drowning here. All right? Please, just help me.
Just stayed in school, AI. You're not ready.
My career is your opportunity to become an NBA superstar. NBA 2K19 features a full story guiding your My Player across the globe to the NBA G League. Make the
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You still streaming this?
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trail Blazers here at home. This, of course, their first opportunity. Chris, this is what we've been waiting for. Opening day, everyone starts with a clean slate, and optimism is high.
There's optimism for every team, even the ones in the middle of rebuilds. And for the fans, I tell you, this is the best day ever because everybody's team is undefeated, and it's possible for anyone to win a championship. We're not in February, the doom days of February, where fans have their head down because the record kind of shows them the reality of the situation. So right now, this is for the dreamers. This is for the fans to root their teams on. Optimism is abundant, but it may not last that long for some teams.
Good perspective. And that one's good. AI. And just looking back at AI and how he started his NBA career, what a way to make an entrance into the league in a pressure-packed situation, Greg, like this.
Yeah, and a lot of players would have been overwhelmed, but AI was instrumental in getting the win and helping the team secure a playoff berth. What an incredible moment it was for him in an NBA debut.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time in the defensive.
And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Aminu. Rodney Hood subbed in for Harkless. Passes to Ingram. AI right side. 11 feet away. That shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. And a wide open look for Hood. Portland again missing. And here's Chandler who brings it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. And the rejection by Leonard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Pass to McCollum. To the inside, Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Here's AI. Makes it off the glass. AI's got 6.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Ingram outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Over McCollum. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist from Ingram. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the night. Lillard with it. He has 5. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense,
so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. One of the most lethal scorers in the game, All-Star Damian Lillard.
I like a challenge. I love being here, and I feel like, you know, if I have...
And the Blazers, Greg, disappointed with last year's first-round defeat, but they've assembled some nice talent.
And like he said, we've seen teams jump into title contention more quickly than expected in the past.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, it means extra possessions, and that's certainly reflected in the score right now.
Damian Lillard out there with Rodney Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Layman in at the 3 slot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Lillard looking around. From outside, off the mark.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Rondo passes to AI. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. That's now 8 points for AI.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. Lakers trail by 8. The Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you cannot deny how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
And the Lakers call time here. For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Leonard. Aminu comes in for Kanter. And Harkless is subbed in for Rodney Hood. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for AI. LeBron comes in for Chandler. Harris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Lillard against Ball. Lillard outside. The pass to Aminu. Just 5 to shoot. There's Layman. Drops one in from the wing. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The shot's good from McGee.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 8. Pass to Layman. Launches a 3. LeBron grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 8.
But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
And this is how lethal Harris can be off the pass. Excellent at catching the D by surprise.
Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game, 1st in the quarter.
And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes a long way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him. Young players develop when you let them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job of creating that environment.
He kicks it to Harkless. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 5.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harris outside. Pass to McGee. Stevenson outside. Kicks to LeBron. That ball. High speed that time from Stevenson. 8 points for LeBron.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Over to the left wing. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Harris misses.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
No question. It's not easy to be patient, but you really don't want to give up an extra possession.
Lillard outside. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.